Okay, here you go. So this is the 8-inch kicker. This is a Comp C kicker. It's wattage rated is rated at 200 watts RMS. We're going to be powering this around 175. Actually, I'm gonna test it at 175. If I don't like it, I'm going to get another. I'll be getting another amp to run it at about 300 per speaker. This is the 8-inch sub, and if you notice, I actually did this cutout. Actually made this so that I could see how it would fit in this wonderful Bose fixture right here. As you can see, I'm just going to place this here. You can see that this is way larger. Not way larger, but you get the idea when I say way larger. You can see that it will take up a lot of space. Well, the actual hole in the back of the car is larger than this. So what I'm going to do, get an aluminum plate. I'm just going to cut it out to fit in the place of this, and then cut out the 8-inch, actually 7 and 3/4 hole to fit, and then screw it back in using the holes that are there, but actually have it so that the speaker can go flush against it. And I'm gonna do this on both sides. So what I'll do is later when I go out, I will actually open the hatch and let you see inside. Take a peek inside. You can see how much space is actually in there. This speaker, the depth of this speaker, just so you know, it's about 5 inches. Just so you know, it's about 5 inches. I think you can see it here. Actually, yeah, about 5 inches. There you go. Yep. I think it's a little under that. But needless to say, it fit in the compartment well. So what I'll be doing is I'm going to actually make a little list of everything. I'm going to do a little diagram of what we're going to be doing wiring it. I actually had this from Crutchfield, and I still have to see what speakers can go front, but as it stands right now, I'm going to try to modify it if I have to get 6x9s in there. And then you see the crossover networks there. I'm going to probably place them underneath the seats on each side of the car. And I actually have another kicker coming. Kicker speaker, sub speaker. And there's a possibility, depending on how this sounds, that I may get this amp right here to actually push these two speakers, the sub speakers. And I already have amplifiers actually already, so I may hook them up and do a bench test on them. All right. Okay, I'm out here at the car now. Let me pull out a little bit. See, I got the hatch up. Actually, I used a little sledgehammer here to hold this up, but you can see where this assembly sits. All right, sits here. But you also, if you look a little closer, you see that when it's out, it's actually a lot of space here. So it's really a lot more space than. It's a lot of space in terms of they could have put a bigger speaker in there and a larger amp in here too. So you can see very clearly that this can sit in here. You know, it won't have any problem getting in here. And there's more than enough space back there. Actually, for all intent and purpose, if we measure this hole, which may not be a bad idea, then you have an idea what it looks like. Let's go and measure it. Probably could put a bigger speaker in here than this. If you really wanted to. Actually, I was thinking you could get a 10 in here easy. Yep, it looks that way. So let's see. We're gonna go up to there and come down to well, maybe not a 10, but yeah, it's about 8 inches. So as long as you position this correctly in here, you can see that you could easily fit a large speaker in here. larger speaker than what was in here. And so basically, you see this big hole here. So take this MDF board, put it over here as a temp, over here to cover this up, and then I'll bolt it down in place, and I'll drill a new hole for the 8-inch sub and drop it in here, and do the same for the other side. I'm actually going to try to, if you see here, they have these screws for the original case here. I'm going to try to line this up so that I can possibly just screw this board in place and just attach, and then screw the speakers to the MDF board. This board is stiff. It's hard as I don't know what. You can ride screws through it. If whatever you do, you're gonna have to drill pilot holes and everything else with it. It's just some hard stuff. I got it from Lowe's. And here is the sheet I got. It was like 12 bucks. So basically I'm doing this back here. I have my sub. The next thing I have to do, I'm putting an 8-inch sub in here. The hole that I'm gonna have to cut in here is a 7-inch hole. So once I line this all up and figure out where my screw holes and everything go, then I'm gonna drop the sub in there, throw the wire on it, and then after I get both of those, and then it's a matter of wiring the rest of everything else up and figuring out how I'm gonna mount these amps in here. I'll continue marching on.